Alright, in this tutorial we're going to take a look at using circular pattern. In this case with the flange coupling we have holes that are equally spaced. In this case we have 6 of them. There's 2 methods to do this. You can do it using your sketch toolbar or you can do it in your features toolbar. So we're going to take a look at both of them. Which one you use is really up to you. There are some advantages and disadvantages to both. But whatever one works better for you, most certainly use it. So we want to create, in this case, 6 equally spaced holes. We're going to tell it how many times we want it to happen, a point or a curve reference, since this is a circular pattern, and equal spacing, which is probably what we would use in my class most often. So let's get started here. So this part is in millimeters, and we're just going to start with this base material for this demonstration. Outside diameter, inside diameter, a diameter that the holes are on, and we know that one of the holes is at the top center or top quadrant point or at the bottom quadrant point. Would not matter really where you start. So let's just set some dimensions. 76 outside diameter. The inside bored hole is 20. But now to the circular pattern. The diameter that all these holes are on is 58 in this instance, and the hole diameter is 8. So I have one hole, or what will be a hole, created here, and I want this to happen 6 times. So in my toolbar I have an option for linear pattern. If I drop this menu down, I will find circular sketch pattern. And now I'm just going to the property manager and going through what it wants. First off, what do I want to pattern? Well, in this case, I want to pattern this circle. The point, it was already predetermined, but you can choose. Maybe it gives you the wrong point by default. I want this center point. Right now, on a 360-degree circle, I have equal spacing. Right now the number of instances is 4. I can scroll up or down, I can type in a new number to make this pattern happen as many times as I want. I already set the diameter for the hole, and I am now going to just extrude the material around it, in this case to create the holes. So let's say you didn't do it that way. Let's take this circular pattern off. You could do this in terms of cutting as well. If I sketch one, I can cut just as easily as I can extrude. Let's take a look at using circular pattern in your features toolbar. So I'm just going to come through, I'm going to make this base material. As I pick a surface to sketch on, I do need that diameter to control the placement, and all I'm going to create is one hole to start. So 58 diameter, 8 millimeter, and I'm just going to cut the one. No sense in using Hole Wizard here. This is just a through cut for the hole. In my features toolbar under linear pattern, you will find circular pattern, and I'm just going through and filling in the information that it wants. What feature do I want to pattern? This one. Reference. It's not a center point in this case. I don't have a center line being shown. If I had my center line being shown, I could select that. But if I pick any concentric surface or edge, I will get that pattern to start appearing. So equal spacing, number of instances right now is 4. I can scroll through, I can type in, full previews on, I got 6. There it is. I would say one advantage to using the features tool as you progress through is that if I want to change this, I can change this quite easily with my features toolbar. If I want to change the number of instances, I can come and change that instantly, and that change takes place. If I want to change the hole itself, I could come in right to the sketch. I could change, let's say, the diameter, and that pattern will adjust. This is what I feel is an advantage to using features, but in the end, I got the same end result either by sketching circular pattern or features circular pattern.